Flosstube. It is Jamie with Stitching and Wishing. Welcome back to my channel. It is Monday, February 8th, and this is going to be my January/February update video. I filmed this yesterday and I don't know what happened, but I had no sound with it. So hopefully this will do better today. And since I had everything out, I decided I might as well try again. I don't have the best lighting. It's a little early in the morning, but I would like to get through this so I can clear off my desk and do some work today since it is a Monday. I hope that everything finds you well and that you had a good January. January was a very good stitching month for me. I stitched on 10 projects. I kept track of my projects and I kept a calendar and I stitched every day for the month of January. I mean, some days it might have only been 5 or 6 stitches, but those count. So I stitched on 10 things and I finished 5 of them, which really felt like an accomplishment, and a couple of the others are either really close to a finish or I had at least part of it finished and felt like I made some good progress. For the month of February, it is already the 8th. It seems like this month is going by kind of fast. I have managed to stitch every day this week, and I have a couple of mostly finished projects. So I will show you those and go through what my plans are. I've been doing pretty good with WIPCO. I worked on both of my January projects. Didn't have a ton of progress on one, but I'll explain that when I get to it. And I will show you February's projects, which I actually haven't started working on yet. So here we go. So in my last video, I showed you that I had started from Liz Mathews for Auld Lang Syne. Wow, it's Monday morning and I can't speak. I stitched this on 40 count vintage white with color and cotton midnight floss. I worked on this New Year's Eve and I finished it up New Year's Day in the morning. So I love that. I think that I would like to get a gold frame for it, but I haven't been anywhere to go. Try again. Okay. My second project that I worked on was the Hope Celebration Small from Hello from Liz Mathews. This was a freebie chart that she offered for her newsletter subscribers, and I saw the second one just came out yesterday, so I'm excited to stitch that one as well. I stitched this on a 40 count vintage white, the same fabric from my last one, with a limited edition color and cotton silk, which is a pink color. Kind of looks red from here, but it's a pretty pink. My third finish was an FFO. It was from Lindy Stitches, the Quarantine Valentine. I had stitched it on a mystery linen with Threadstone Stash. I will try to insert a picture here. I actually gave that to one of my coworkers. I haven't seen her in pretty much a year, and so I drove over to her house one day and dropped it off on her porch, and just I miss you, and hopefully I will get to see you sometime this year. I have no idea when. My company our office is still closed, and I don't know when they plan on opening. I don't think they know. They're kind of just seeing how things go. My next finish was February, Lizzie Kate Yearbook. I FFO'd January and it is still up on my mantle, and I will hopefully FFO February and get that put up real soon. I finished January as just a no-sew, one of the little blocks that you make out of a foam core. and that's my plan for all of these. I have started March. I didn't bring it in here, but I don't have much done, just a few stitches, but I did start it. I know I have to take my husband to an appointment this week, and as I'm sitting in the car waiting for him, I plan on stitching on that one. They go pretty quick once I get started on them, so I should hopefully get that one finished up before March. And my last finish of January was from Darling and Wimsy Designs. This is her Quirky Reindeer. I stitched this on 40 count vintage country mocha with floss from Stash. The red is Color and Cotton Dracula, and the green is Classic Colorworks Grasshopper. Barley's dragging it around. Barley just needs to get a drink, so sorry. I'll give her a minute. My company decided this year that Martin Luther King Day was going to be a paid holiday for us. They started I guess, diversity committee last year to try to add some diversity and just some more inclusivity to our office and within our company, which was great. And I guess part of that committee decided that MLK Day should be a paid holiday. So they added it on, which was great. They didn't take away any of our other holidays or any of our other benefits. They just added it. So I spent the day, I decided that if it was going to be a holiday, I was really going to use it as a time to learn something about MLK. If there's one thing I learned about from 2020 with everything that went on was I don't know enough, if anything really, about Black history. Somehow that was lacking in my education, and so I really have been trying to put an effort into learning some new things. And so I listened to MLK's autobiography on MLK Day. So it's not a book that he wrote. It was written after his murder by using his speeches. So it had some of his speeches in it and just some of his writings and things. It was really good and really informative, and I certainly learned some things that I didn't know about him and about just some of the movements back that he fought for. So it was really good. And while I was doing that, I was stitching on Hello from Liz Mathews. I've decided to stick with Love. I didn't get very much accomplished on this, mainly because I noticed that this E is off somewhere and I couldn't decide if I wanted to frog it. But I do plan on getting back to this. So this too is stitched on another piece of that 40 count vintage white using Gentle Arts Freedom. And then for January, since the inauguration was on January 20th and I knew I wanted to stitch on a patriotic piece, so I pulled out from Hands On Design Memorial Day. I didn't have a ton of stitching time for the inauguration. I didn't even get to watch it during the day. I recorded it and watched it that night, which actually I kind of enjoyed because I could fast forward through kind of some of that stuff that I didn't want to watch. You know, I didn't need to see the former president leave, and I didn't want to listen to his speech. So I got to fast forward through kind of all that stuff that they did in the morning and really focus just in on the ceremony and some of the great things that happened during that. And so it was a good day, and I stitched on this a little bit. I basically finished filling in the blue on this flag and started the white. So I have a good deal left to do on this piece, but I am going to keep stitching on it. I don't know when it'll be finished, but it'll stay in rotation at some point. All right, and my final January non-Whipco project. Oh, what just happened? My camera just took a picture for some reason. It was from Lindy Stitches. This is her 2021 Sal, the what is it, Funky Menagerie. So the January portion was kind of everything over here, including the bird. So I had finished that in early January. The February part 2 is everything else, and I finished that up this past week. So I really love this. I'm stitching it on the called for fabric, which is 32 count flax, using all the called for DMC. I did think about changing some of the colors, but I decided I'm going to trust the designer, and so far I really love it. So I'm all caught up. Part 3 won't come out until the end of the month, so I will just wait for that and stitch on some other things. All right, so now Whipco. My January Whipco included from Little House Needleworks the Farmhouse Christmas, and I'm doing all 9 blocks, and I finished block 1, and I started the border, the outside border. I did think about pulling that brown on the border out, but the more I look at it, I don't hate it, so I'm gonna keep going with it. There's 9 blocks, so I'm kind of thinking that if I can try to stick with a block a month, I can get this done before next Christmas. So that's my unofficial goal. So block 2 is going to be the little horsing around is what it's called. So at least it's not a big red barn. I say I'm stitching this on 32 count mocha with some of the called for colors. Like, I know the red is called for because I couldn't find a red in my stash, so I went and ordered the called for red, and I think everything else, it's a mix of called for and just what I had in my stash. My second Whipco for January was Schoolhouse lessons, or summer Schoolhouse from With the Needle and Thread. The block 1, this is all I got done, which wasn't much. I think if you watched my last video, I just had some of the spine done, so I finished it. I started the house. I had a problem, so I'm stitching this on 46 count sandstone from Color and Cotton, and the house color is, I think the called for is Weeks Dye Work sandstone, and that blended right in with my fabric. So I pulled out a darker yellow, and I don't think I like it, so I moved on to the windows, and I'm gonna dig through my stash and find a different color for the house. You can see from the picture, it's kind of it's a really good variegated brown. So I worked a lot last month, and spending all day on the computer and then trying to sit down and stitch on 46 count wasn't working, and my eyes felt strained, so I didn't get a lot done on that one. My February Whipco is going to be Luminous Fiber Arts Liberty Quaker. I am stitching this on the called for fabric, which is 32 count Snow Day from Luminous Fiber Arts with the called for floss, and that's my starting point. So I kind of have set some tentative goals on my Whipco to spend at least a week on them. I know with Farmhouse, with the Farmhouse Christmas, I spent a little more than a week because I was real close to having block 1 done, and so I wanted to finish it. So I'm just kind of playing my stitching by ear and seeing how things go. My second whipco for February was Lizzie Kate Halloween Rolls. And this is my starting point on that. I'm stitching this on 32 count mocha with the call for DMC. So I was a little bit bummed out by my whipco because I'm really kind of in the mood to stitch spring, and my projects are Halloween and really patriotic. So this past weekend I started working on stitching with the Housewives. This is one of their newer charts. I think it's called Carrot Seeds, and I am so close to being done on this. Literally all I have left is to fill in these blocks down here. So I almost stayed up last night and finished it, but I decided that I needed to sleep. So this will most probably be done this evening. But it is really cute. I am stitching this on 16 count Aida, black Aida, with a mix. I know the green is the called for green, but I think everything else is just floss from my stash. I guess the white's probably Classic Color Works bamboo, so it's called for. But the oranges and yellows are from my stash. But it's super cute. And it's spring, so it fit my criteria for weekend stitching. So those are my projects for January and February. I do have some haul, so if you don't want to see it, you can take off, but otherwise let me show you what I've got. So I was contacted last week by one of my friends who had seen Project Quarantine and was wondering if I could do something similar for one of our mutual friends. She used to be a co-worker. We worked together for several years and she became a good friend. But then unfortunately my company laid her off, and because she was here on a visa, she was deported back to India. She is now living in Japan, and we all miss her. She's just the sweetest person. And so I picked Heartstring Sampleries Next Door. It says, I wish you lived next door. So I'm gonna stitch that up and send it to her. We're not planning on sending a package until her birthday, which is in October, so I have some time. And somebody posted that with the call for floss, so I'm gonna dig through my stash and see if I have that, and if I don't, I might just order it because they're very pretty colors. Next, Park Hopper Bart, the Robin Hood sampler. I don't know, I saw this on Instagram and it needed to come live with me. Robin Hood is one of my favorite Disney movies, and the sampler is really cute. I'm not going to take these out of their package, but I ordered a couple embroidery patterns. This is from Tamarni. I don't think I'm saying that right. It's a Christmas tree, and then this cute little blue. I want to spend some time this year working on my embroidery stitches, so why not order a couple more kits? I'm not going to take these out either. Heartstring Samplery, then her newest collector's heart. It comes with a fabric. I have the last couple of years, so I just felt like I needed that. And I am in love with this Heartstring Samplery Sunday Stitches. This is her Amazing Grace, her January release. I believe she's gonna have a new similar pattern every month this year. I don't know if that's right, but I love this one. And then Mom and Folk Embroidery, who sometimes I feel like I need to stop following on Instagram. I'm kidding. Someone had stitched the pattern a Japanese hiragana sampler. I love the Japanese alphabet. I took Japanese in high school and a couple years in college. I can't say that I speak it. I can barely speak English, so speaking Japanese right now is probably not going to happen. But someone had stitched it on 40 count fossil from Fox and Rabbit using this MPI silk. So this is 221. And it was so pretty that I had to copy that. So I ordered the fabric and the floss and purchased the pattern. I don't think that'll be a February start, but at some point this year I would like to start that. And then for modern folk embroidery, I don't even know. Sorry for the crinkle. I don't know where I saw this one. Maybe on Instagram. This is the Love and Unity, a Quaker sampler. And I don't know, it's just real pretty. So I have 46 count latte from Extrude Design with cranberry Gloriana silk. So it's not showing up very well, but it's a really pretty red. So that might be a Valentine's Day start. My husband is gonna end up having to work on Valentine's Day, and it's a Sunday, so might be a very good day for a new start. I have a little more haul. So Auld Embroidery, I follow them on Instagram, as I'm sure a lot of you do, and one of their patterns I have loved forever, but it has been out of stock. And so I'll go in periodically and just kind of check and see what they have that's new. They had an announcement in early January that it was going to be back in stock. So I set an alarm, and as soon as I saw it up on their website, I ordered it. It is their dinosaur forest. I have a slight obsession with dinosaurs, and this pattern is beautiful. If you know Auld Forest, if you order a kit, you get these beautiful hand-dyed floss. Pretty with the fabric and a cute little needle minder. I'm not gonna pull that out. So I'm excited to start that one, and that might also be a February start. One thing, I ordered these thinking that, as slow as the US Post Office has been over the last couple months, that it might take me a couple months to get these. It seriously took 2 weeks. So I ordered it as soon as that chart became available. I want to say the 9th or 10th of January, and they were here by like the 22nd. So it surprised me how quickly they came, but I'm not gonna complain. Since I was ordering, I also ordered the kits. I think this is called Carrot Forest. I just think it's cute. And I can't even pronounce this one. It's something village, but this wasn't one that I saw and was like, oh, I really have to stitch that, but it's also very beautiful. So I thought, since I'm ordering, I would order it, and worst case scenario, I will resell it if I end up deciding I don't want to stitch it. So Auld Forest does come from Russia. So like I said, I thought it was going to take a while to get here. It came real quick. These kits, it's fully kitted. I know their price on their website is in rubles, but it ends up being something like $30 to $32 for a kit, which really isn't bad. And their shipping is very reasonable. It's just a couple bucks to ship things. but order from them. That's my second order I've placed through their website to have delivered here, and I have no problems with it. So if you like something of theirs, order it. That's my advice for today. I hope you all have a very lovely Monday. I need to get to work, so I'm going to wrap this up. But I will be back. I am trying this year to be a little more, I don't know what the word for it is, scheduled with my filming. We're trying to do at least a monthly or bi-monthly update. We'll see how that goes as the year progresses. January, I didn't do any traveling for work, so it made it a little easier to get some stitching done and to find some time to film. I don't think I currently have anything scheduled for February, but I know I have at least one trip in March, so we'll see how it goes. But until then, be well, stay home, stay healthy, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.